Today's Thursday, April 11th, 2013. This is Peace News Now. Silver is trading at $27 per ounce. Bitcoin is trading at $170 per Bitcoin. Yesterday, a massive sell-off in the Bitcoin market dropped the price of the world's most popular cryptocurrency by more than 50% before recovering a bit, ending the day at $160 per Bitcoin. This event will no doubt be used, and already has been used, as a way to discourage the adoption of Bitcoin among people. It does not, however, change the fundamental characteristics of Bitcoin, which make it so attractive in the first place. Even given yesterday's huge sell-off, the dollar value of a single Bitcoin has grown 1,000% since just the beginning of this year. Peace News Now has been following the story of the Hakken family, the engineer mother and father who had their children taken from them by the state because they smoke pot. The parents reclaimed their children and left Florida on a 25-foot sailboat. They sailed through rough conditions in the Gulf of Mexico to get to Cuba and arrived sometime on Sunday. After the Hakkens were spotted in Cuba, government agents there arrested them all, including their dog Nati, and they were flown to a Florida jail overnight by the force of federal marshals. There is technically no extradition agreement between the US and Cuban governments, but US agents said that the Cuban agents did everything they asked. The Hakken parents stand accused of kidnapping their children from the state, child neglect, and interference with state custody of their children. Joshua Hakken was also charged with false imprisonment. His bond was set at $154,000. No bond information was listed for Sharon Hakken. Peace News Now will continue to follow the story of these dedicated parents. The Danish CEO of the Copyright Alliance, Maria Fedensland, appeared on the Danish TV this week on a show in which she defended government control over the internet, declaring to the audience that control is freedom. The international organization represents members including the Disney Corporation, NBC, CBS, Viacom, Time Warner, and the Motion Picture Association of America. Clearly, Ms. Fedensland represents conflicting interests. Intellectual property is a legal fiction with no basis in reality. A person cannot own an idea, but Maria Fedensland of Copyright Alliance lauds the quote, highly controlled and regulated society we live in, and insists that, quote, control gives us freedom. You see, quote, control and regulation creates innovation and personal liberty. She criticizes the internet as being, quote, undemocratic because there is not enough, quote, control of it. Standardized testing incentivizes teachers to, quote, teach to the test instead of nurturing higher order thinking skills. This encourages the best teachers to seek other careers where their expertise is valued, while others are inspired to sink to the level of cheating to succeed. Some say that standardized testing teaches children that there's only one right answer in academics and in life. Even as an evaluation tool, the students cannot learn from their mistakes since they never even see the results of the test after they take it. Now, a grassroots movement of parents has had enough of this perversion of the education they demand. They're organizing online, sharing resources, and building support for each other as they make a bold decision, opting out of state tests. An open Facebook group called Long Island Opt-Out Info features a terrific guide for parents if they have questions about the process. For example, parents are not able to opt out on their students' behalf, but students are absolutely able to refuse without fear of facing any retribution simply by not writing anything on the test. In a similar story, it was also reported this week that a teacher retiring from New York made his resignation letter public. In it, he says that his profession no longer exists. Are you tired of the US government killing people around the world? Are you tired of having to pay for their murderous rampage? Are you tired of feeling helpless to do anything about it? Well, now there's something you can do. It's called Bitcoin. Bitcoin is money that is impossible for the government to control. Bitcoin is impossible to be counterfeited or inflated. Bitcoin is simply a peer-to-peer protocol, so it's impossible for anyone to shut it down, block it, or control it in any way. If you want to see an end to the government inflating the dollar to pay for murder, then you need to start using Bitcoin today. To learn how, visit weusecoins.com. This has been Peace News Now, your daily 5-minute update on the peaceful evolution. For links and videos, subscribe to PNN at youtube.com/peacenewsnow. For peacenewsnow.com, I'm Derek J, reminding you that we're all a part of the same chain.